Greetings, my sports to the bone people. Welcome back to another video. Thank you all for checking this one out. And it is the morning following that first T20 game win of the series. Yes, my beautiful people, still feeling happy, still feeling overwhelmed. The West Indies team, they were able to go out there and, pull off what was a spectacular victory. Now, two of the guys that were instrumental in us winning that game, Andre Russell and Ravman Powell, they spoke to the media after the game. So I'm just going to walk you through a couple of things that they had to say, and I'll also give my take on it. So just give a listening ear until the end. And people, if you have not yet subscribed, the train keeps moving. Hit that subscribe button. All right, let's get straight to it. So starting off with the man of the match, Andre Russell, who was brilliant with ball and excellent with bat. He was saying that when a couple days ago when he got the call up to the team, he dreamt about winning the man of the match or getting the man of the match. So he was thinking about winning the game, but not only winning the game, he was thinking about playing a vital role in us winning. And it so happened that that's exactly what happened. He helped us across the line with bat and ball, right? He spoke about the wicket, and this is where his experience came in as it relates to helping the bowlers through the tough period, right? He was saying that he noticed that the wicket was a little bit up and down, and the best thing that they could have done was to use some cutters and take pace off the ball. And, right after the power play, he, according to what he said, he passed on the information to the guys that, listen, pace off, cutters, those are what we're going to have to use if we're going to be effective and basically wheel this game back in. So, it's always good to have somebody that is understanding what's happening in terms of what the pitch is doing. Would have also heard the England skipper Butler saying the same thing, that the West Indies, they figured out what was going on with the pitch and they took pace off brilliantly, and as a result of that, got some wickets and things. He was also saying that the guys, they really pulled it back. So when the information went out, they were able to stick to the task and basically carry out the new plans that they would have came up with after realizing what was going on with the pitch. He also spoke about batting with Captain Ravman Powell, saying that they share a good understanding. They had a good understanding out there. And, it was all about just giving themselves time in the middle, basically backing themselves, knowing that once they're out there, they have the power to really get the team across the line. Russell was saying that is basically what the captain was saying when he was out there. Listen, we're going to stay out here. Once we stay out here, give ourselves some time. We definitely have the power to finish up in the back end. So, those are two powerful guys out there with bat in hand. The good thing is that the required rate wasn't too high, so they were able to watch out Adil Rashid's last over. They still got some runs off him, but they didn't have to do anything crazy that would basically get them get them out. So yeah, that's basically what he was saying, my people. Andre Russell there securing the man of the match. And it's always good to listen to the interviews after the game. That is how we found out that Russell seemed to have been the one that really gathered the guys as the bowling, one of the leaders in where the bowling is concerned, and said, listen, this is not working. This is what we need to do. And as a result of that, we were able to pull it back quite significantly, getting them for 170 little bit. Well, 171 instead of what could have been 220 at the rate that they were going. At the end of the power play, 77. You understand? And then they lost a wicket there. So it was good that the guys were able to. That's what I always talk about, thinking on the spot, the ability to switch your plan, the ability to change things up, thinking on the go and adjusting to fit whatever is happening there. Sometimes you put a plan together as a captain and you go out there and you're trying to fulfill that plan, but it just not working. So, senior players have to put it together and say, listen, that plan out the window. Let us work this way. So that is what Russell was saying. Now, Captain Rovman Powell, who will definitely be looking to lead his team to another series victory, was talking, and he was saying it was definitely a top performance from the guys. The bowlers, they really stuck to the task after getting thumped in the initial stage. They were able to pull it back, and he also gave props to the batsmen who were able to settle down and just bat the balls on its merit. And we saw some rotation of strike, when Shea Hope was out there, we saw him forcing the batsmen to run and things. So the captain gave some props to the bowlers and also the batsmen. Rovman also spoke about the same information that Russell spoke about, saying that, listen, after the power play, the information came in, what they needed to do, they adjusted, and the bowlers were able to adjust well. And as a result of that, the batsmen didn't have to go in at the halfway stage thinking about chasing 200, 210 or something like that. Yeah. So Powell was even talking about when he went out to bat, all he had to do was to just bat and play his natural game, which would have been to, if the ball is in his arc, go at it. You understand? The two leg spinners were effective, but it so happened that the start that we got off at the top, there were Brandon King and Kyle Mayers. That start basically gave the guys in the back end a little bit of cushion. The difference is that England scored a lot of runs in the power play, but they really stumbled in the latter stages. So even though we didn't match their power play score, we didn't crumble like they did. We lost a couple of wickets, quick wickets there. We would have seen after Brandon King went, we would have seen Nicholas Pooran and Hetmeyer going in quick succession. But at least we had some time. We had some power in the back end there. Romari Shepherd also went early, but the two senior guys were able to stay out there and got us across the line. Rovman Powell was talking about the team. He was asked whether or not this team is thinking about the World Cup. Man was saying, listen, a lot of people worrying about the World Cup, but we're just looking towards the next game. What's that? Grenada, looking towards the next game, looking to finish off this series, and then we will look at what to expect coming up in the World Cup. He was saying that there are a few things in the team that they still need to iron out, a couple of things to straighten out in terms of how they make up the team. You understand what combination to use and a little bit of things. Giving guys an opportunity to play so they can see exactly what the playing 11 can look like going into that big World Cup that everybody is talking about. So based on what the skip is saying, they definitely have the World Cup in mind, but it is not the most important thing right now. It's all about trying to get the combination right with this squad. This squad of player, my viewers and subscribers, is good. Probably the only thing we need is another wicket taking bowler that we can say, yes, this man is going to, when we throw the ball to him, you expect him to pick wickets. The batting is good. They have batting go straight down to number 11. And that is why I am saying if Jason Holder is in this team here, he's going to have to bowl extremely well, because his batting is not necessarily going to be needed. Because you have Shepherd coming in at 7 and Russell coming in at 8. Usually anything come after that, they probably will have to chip in, yes. But you're definitely going to want more bowling from them. Good 4 overs, you understand. I'm not talking about throwing away anybody as yet. I see people saying who need to be dropped and all of that. I'm not doing that as yet, sometimes. But sometimes bowlers, they go for runs in the first game and thing, and then they basically pull things back a little bit. But one thing I can say, if he's going to be there, he's going to need to bowl extremely well. If not match what Russell is doing, he's going to have to do pretty close to that, because Russell is there to play those two roles and hold up. If he's in the middle, you expect him to score runs, but he's mostly there to give us 4 economical overs. So he will have to match what those guys are doing. Alzarri Joseph is our extreme pacer. He's the man that's going to rough them up every now and again. But, we definitely want to see him going a little bit cheaper. If you're playing the power play, obviously, as a pace bowler, you can go for runs. So we look forward to seeing him tightening up that a little bit more still. So, yeah, that is pretty much it for this one, my viewers and subscribers. Gonna leave it right here so for now. Until later on, we still have a whole lot of things to talk about. Big up on yourself.